Okay, friends, so what we're going to do today is we are going to continue on with the strategies that we learned yesterday. So this is where we're applying the knowledge that we did yesterday. So if you need a refresher, you can go back and look at these different strategies. These are the two that we're going to be looking at. You can add tens first, like they did here, or you can add up to the next 10, like they did here. So these are the two types of strategies that we're working with to help us solve these problems. So it says subtract 71 minus 36 by adding up. So for this one, what I'm going to do is when we add up, we have to rewrite our problem because this problem is an original subtraction problem, right, friends? So our first problem is 71 minus 36, and we're trying to solve that. We have to change this problem into an addition problem. So to do that, just like when we work with our fact families, I'm going to take 36 plus, and I have that question mark box, equals 71. We are trying to solve what we're adding up to. So to do this, what I'm going to start off with is, I'm going to start off with my first number, 36. I'm going to think, what is my closest number to 36? So if I draw maybe a line, I'm going to start here, I'm going to start with 36. What's my closest 10 that I have to 36? I have 40. 40 is the closest 10. So what do I have to add to get to 40? Well, if I do 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. It took me 4 jumps to get to 40. Okay, now that I'm at 40, I'm going to see how many 10s does it take. What's the closest 10 to 71? Well, that's super close to 70. So I'm going to say my next stop is to 70. So how many jumps is it going to take from 40 to get to 70? Well, let's just count by 10. So we have 40, lock in 40, 40, and we're jumping by 10. So 40, 50, 60, 70. It took me 3 10s. Since we're jumping by 10s, we know 3 10s equals 30. So I started with my 4 jumps to get to 40. I just jumped 30 more times to get to 70. And what number do I have to end at? I have to end at 71. So how many jumps is it going to take to get to 71? Well, it's going to take me 1 jump. I know how many jumps I have in all. Now I need to add all of them up. So I have 30 plus 4 plus 1. I'm adding all of my jumps. There's my 4, there's my 30, there's my 1. I'm going to add my 1s first. So 4 plus 1 equals 5, plus 0 equals 5. So there's 5. And I'm going to add my 10s. 3 plus 0 equals 3. So I know 71 minus 36 equals 35. I know it equals 35 because I just did 36 plus 35 equals 71. I can rewrite that problem because we're going back to our original subtraction problem, and that is my answer. So now my next one, it says, explain how the subtraction problem 82 minus 25 could be solved by adding 10s first. So this one tells us a strategy that they want us to use. They want us to solve by adding 10s first. So this is the type of strategy that we're going to use for this one, by adding 10s first. So if we change our subtraction problem into an addition problem, I'm going to start with, I have to rewrite my problem. So 25 plus, we don't know yet, equals 82. So if I'm going to add 10s first, I'm going to start at 25. So I'm going to say start at 25. And I'm gonna add, let's see how many 10s I could add to 25 to get as close as I can to 82. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, uh-oh. With 85, I ended up going higher than my number. So I can only use up to 5 10s. So if I use up to 5 10s, that means I'm going to add 50. 5 10s equals 50. The reason why I got that is I started with 25. I did 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. So if I add 50, I got all the way up till 75, right friends? I got all the way up to 75. I'm a little bit closer to 82 now. Well, I know that if I just add 5 more, because 5 plus 5 equals 10, so if I just add 5 more, I'm going to get to 80. So I'm going to add 5 more, because my goal is to eventually get to 82, but I know if I add 5 more to 75, I'm going to get 80. Add 5 more to 75 to get 80. And then how many more do I have to add to 80 to get to 82? Then I'm going to add 2 to get to 82. So my last step is I have to add all those numbers. First I add, last step, I'm going to take everything I added. So I started with 50, 50, then I added 5 more, then I added 2 more. So if I start with 50 and I add 5 plus 2, I know 5 plus 2 equals 7. There's my 1s. And then 5 is my only 10, so I know I have 57 is my answer. I did 50 plus 5 plus 2. So I started with my 1s and I did 5 plus 2 equals 7 and 5 plus 0 equals 5. So that's how I got 57. Alrighty. My next one says Teddy and Laura collect stamps. Teddy has 93 stamps and Laura has 76 stamps. How many more stamps does Teddy have than Laura? So Teddy has a total of 93 and Laura has 76. So we're trying to solve how many more Teddy has than Laura. So that's going to solve this one. So I'm going to rewrite my problem as an addition problem. I'm going to start with 76 plus my mystery number equals 93. Well, I'm going to see what's the closest 10 I can make. From 76, that's super close to 80. So I am going to draw my little number line and start with 76. It's super close to 80. So how many jumps does it take to get from 76 to 80? Well, 77, 78, 79, 80. It takes 4 jumps. So 4 jumps. Now, I have to see how many 10s can I add to get to 93? Well, I'm at 80, so 80, 90. If I add another 10, it's going to be 100, and that's over my 93. So 80, 90. So my goal is to get to 90. I'm going to add 1 10. And now I have to end at 93. Remember, we're at 90 now. Our goal is to eventually get to 93. So how many jumps does that take? That takes 3 jumps to get to 93. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add 10 plus 3 plus 4. I'm adding those 3 numbers. So 10 plus 3 plus 4. I'm going to start with my 1s. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 1 plus 0 equals 1, so it took me 17 jumps. So 17 more stamps. Teddy has 17 more stamps than Laura. So you guys are going to be doing that. All right, now that we have went over 3 problems, you guys are going to be doing your practice problems. So if you would like to follow along with me, you can click the next video, or you can do it yourself. If you're with a group, I would suggest that you follow the next video. Good luck.